Welcome one and all to the 4th Annual Stirista Holiday Summit. Hosted by Vincent Pietrafesa.
Do not adjust your screen, I have a green jacket on. You'll see Ajay has the very same jacket on. Did we plan it? We sure did. Yeah, we're corny like that.
Ajay Gupta.
I guess we have such a winning culture that we are almost expecting to win awards or expecting to grow. And that's a great culture to have because it's not, typical for a data company in San Antonio. In fact, it might be the only data company in San Antonio. But for any company in San Antonio to be growing this rapidly, we're often one of the only ones to be on all these lists. And I think we've come to a point where there's been a core team that's been here for a fairly long time. And when you see that we can get through COVID, we can lose our top 2 clients and still come out as one of our best years, you get this mentality that anything can be done, anything is possible. And I think, as you mentioned, we've done some acquisitions. If we can keep that same kind of feeling, make that contagious, that we can continue to win no matter what.
With special guests, Myq Kaplan.
There's the greatest comedian out there, falls on his face. Boom, we get a lot of views at my expense. So here's what I said. They said, do you think you're the greatest comedian out there? And I said, well, I do think I'm the greatest comedian in here. I pointed at my heart and they did not use that footage. So,
Vivek Damodaran.
Gone are those days where, you're sitting at home, you're ordering broadband. The company tells you I'll be there in like a 4 to 6 window on a Thursday. You're waiting. Then right about when you sit down for lunch or you want to get on that meeting is when the guy shows up, being completely disruptive, punching holes in the side of your house. Those days are over.
Franklin Herbas.
You map for every single one of those companies, what is the ideal audience for it? How many contacts do we have? How many cookies do we have for those companies to target them either through email nurturing, ad network advertisement, or maybe just make him a phone call or send him an email, depending on the channel or how you do activation.
And keynote speaker is producer and director Dean McFlicker.
You don't seem to have the right personality to be a success in television. And then he took my resume, the one that I had worked so hard on, and he starts banging it against the desk and going, what is this resume printed on? Cardboard? So I walk out of there. I think, I can't believe I messed this up. But the following day, Jim is surprised. Jim, the executive vice president who interviewed me, when he arrives at his office, he has a Federal Express envelope from me waiting for him. And when Jim rips open that envelope and sticks his hand inside, all he finds is one slightly wrinkled, slightly coffee-stained cocktail napkin. And on that napkin, I've written, "Dear Jim, it was great meeting you yesterday. I'd love the opportunity to work at NBC. And thanks for your advice about having a less perfect presentation." Jim hired me that day, and I've been working with NBC ever since.
2023 has been a big year for us. We traveled to new places. We made new friends. We got invited to some pretty cool parties. And it got a little crowded at our own parties. We reached a milestone. And with 2024 on the horizon, we've got some big ideas.
Presents!
So it goes without saying, we're super excited to have you all along for the journey. Thank you all for an outstanding 2023, and here's to looking forward to an amazing 2024.